Before we get started, I'd like to briefly explain my Chakra 7 energy point spread so you have a more fulfilling reading. The three cards on the left are the unconscious inner self. The card in the center is the heart. And the three cards on the right are the conscious foreself. The card on the bottom left is the base of your spine. It's a combination of many things from past lives to tragic to cherished childhood memories. Up to today, we're always culling things and bringing new things, and we're always evolving. And that's why I'm calling it sourcing and urgings instead of foundation, as you would find in the Celtic cross. The second card up is the pelvic or sacrum, and I'm considering this awakening or arousing. This is where your spiritual awakening is, and growth of all kinds, and also includes your sexual prowess. This can be cosmic life breath. The cosmos has natural laws that live in harmony, but we don't always live in harmony with them. Top left is the solar plexus, or what I consider sensing and feelings. This is where you get those gut feelings about something when they're right or wrong. This is also a universal life force contrary to a cosmic life breath, because this is where conflict and chaos ensues in our life. The center is the heart of the matter or the situation. We're always asking questions. Why did this happen? What's going to happen next? What's going on? I don't understand. You could bounce this heart of the matter off between your unconscious and conscious self and maybe have more understanding what's going on. The card on the bottom right is your throat, and what I'm considering is teachings and communicating. It has to do with what you've learned in your life and how you're accepting society and how you're going into it. Are you living a very conservative, orthodox life, or are you living more of a new wave, do what you want kind of life? Second card up is considered the third eye, and it's seeing and envisioning. It's more of bringing things out of a linear to a three-dimensional perspective. The third eye is our pineal gland in the center of our brain, and it's activated by light, so this can also be considered enlightenment. The card on the top right is the crown, or knowing and understanding. You can have a lot of knowledge, but if you cannot apply it wisely, it's not wisdom. Then I'll be putting a card on the left to represent the past, and a card on the right to represent the future. And underneath each card, each main card, is a miniature Rider-Waite for clarification. I'm going to do something a little bit different here now, because the readings become very stressful and draining to me, because I have two lamps on my right side that I have to maneuver by. I have the computer and all the wires on the left. I've got a camera in front of me, and I'm trying to talk into a stationary microphone. And then I have to have monkey arms to be able to reach all the cards and manipulate the cards. And at the same time, I'm trying to do the reading. And I just don't think I've been giving good readings because of this. So I'm just going to spread out all the cards, and I'll do subtitles where necessary so you don't get lost. And I think this will really enhance my readings. Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to the Winds of Jupiter, March 2017 Tarot reading. At the base of your spine for sourcing and urgings, you receive the moon. It's about basic instincts, secrets, and deception, as well as hidden dangers and the fear of the unknown. But what I'm seeing in my mind is the word distortion. When you walk in the reflective light of the moon, the elongated shadows distort things. And from what I'm seeing is that you heard something that was out of context, or you saw something that you don't know what preceded up to this event. And it's causing confusion. Maybe people aren't intentionally lying or deceiving you, but maybe they're not telling you the whole truth. And this is causing fear of the unknown. The clarification card is the Hierophant. Whatever information that you're missing from the Moon card is giving you the feeling that there's something wrong. The pillars on each side of the Hierophant represent right and wrong. And you're feeling like things aren't in balance. The meaning of the word in Latin, Hierophant, is to show or make known. So perhaps the Hierophant is filling in the gaps that are in the Moon card, the gaps of information that are in the Moon card. And maybe he's bringing forth some truth for you to feel more comfortable. In the sacrum or pelvic area, for awakening and arousing, you receive the Ten of Cups. I call this the happiness card. It can be familial happiness, but it's just happiness. It's happiness with all kinds of people, friends, family, acquaintances. A card of comfort and stability, but it's also about living a simple life. Complicated lives are not happy. And it's a card about shared happiness. There's been many storms until the rainbow showed. But now all of a sudden, you've reached a certain emotional and loving connection between people that has more worth than money to you. However, the clarification card is the Nine of Pentacles. This can mean financial success, but it also means just success and self-reliance and stability, contentment. 9 is the number of completion, and 10 for the Ten of Cups is the number of endings and new beginnings. So you've gone through some type of cycle and you feel very comfortable and you've made much progress in your spiritual, emotional, and sexual life. Above that in the solar plexus, we receive the Ace of Cups. It's sowing seeds for stable emotions, expanding emotions. It's up to you, though. The aces are all only just a promise. It's up to you to do the work involved to deepen your bonds with a lover, family, and friends. Now the clarification card is the World. You've been through a cycle. You've completed a cycle. You ran through a gauntlet of trials and tribulations, and you've earned and learned and changed. And it's time for you to go out in the world and utilize this knowledge to your advantage. So overall, in your unconscious side of your inner self, the big moral to the story is that you're changing. You're in a new cycle. You receive the 10 and the 9 for completion and endings and new beginnings. The Ace is new beginnings. The World card is going into a new cycle. Here in the heart of the matter, the situation is the Two of Pentacles. Two to me means decision, or decisions, and partnerships. This is just a natural progression of endings to new beginnings, is that you have to make some decisions. Where you want to go, what will make you happy? What is your purpose in life? However, the clarification card is kind of, whoa, slow down a little bit, because you received the Hangman. Odin hung for 9 days, staring into the well of Urds to receive the wisdom of the runes, secret magic letters. And you too have to take some time out to think about where you want to go and what you want to do. You relinquished this freedom from the outside world for the stillness of the inside person. The lesson to this story is that you have to sacrifice things for spiritual journeys and stop trying to control the physical outside world. You just have to let it go through its natural course. Don't be fitting a round peg in a square hole, or trying to anyway. In the hangman's presence, it's telling you to take some meditative time out and think about what you're doing, and that makes a lot of sense when you have a decision card. Down here in the throat, for communicating and teachings, you receive the Three of Wands. It's a card of motion and expansion. You've made some plans and the wheels are turning, but I'm feeling like they're turning very slowly. You might have made some decisions and some things are coming to fruition, but you're still apprehensive about where you're going, and I can see that then again because the clarification card is the Hermit. The Hermit wants you to shed these fruitless emotions and desires and go within yourself, just as the Hangman is telling you. You have to look inside yourself for inner strength and spiritual truths before you go forward with this Three of Wands card, and commit yourself completely to some decisions that maybe aren't quite right for you. Up there in the third eye, or what I call seeing and envisioning, receive the Strength card. It's not only physical strength, but spiritual strength, and it's about intense patience and gentle courage. It's about taming the beast inside yourself and recognizing the beast inside other people. It's wanting you to master certain challenges, and I can see there's some challenges with the decisions that you're having to make now. And the clarification card too is the Temperance. I mean, you've got so many cards that's saying, hey, wait, slow down, think about it, moderate yourself. You've got the Hangman, you've got the Hermit, you've got the Strength card, you've got Temperance. The Strength and Temperance cards, including them and all the cards in between, are about environmental influences, outside influences. And it's telling you to start looking at these very heavily while you're making these decisions. What kind of outside influences are there? And do you really want to listen to other people, or maybe just listen to your inner self? Because your unconscious self on the left side is really telling you good things are going to be happening. You've got new beginnings. Up in the crown, for your knowing and understanding, is the Queen of Swords. She's you, Aquarius. It's air, intellect, words, logic. She's telling you to take control. Take control of your life. Make sure you know the purpose behind your decisions. And that makes you what you are, Aquarian, because you're the logic person, you're the brainiac. And it's time to utilize it and take control of it. Harness your talents. And the clarification card is another great card. It's the Ace of Wands. This is more of a spiritual. It's telling you to balance your logic with spirituality. It's telling you to take advantage of the new beginnings that are coming into your life. Now down on the left-hand side is your past card. Normally I say, oh, there's a whole bunch of people involved in your life, but you receive very few court cards, and I'm not feeling that. What I'm feeling is that you acquired some skills. might not have been intentional. You know, you didn't sign up for school and you're going for a certain vocation. It might have just been you were drawn to a certain topic or subject and you just started learning more and more about it, or you started a hobby that just completely enthralled you and you just wanted to learn as much as you can about it. But what it did was it set a platform, a basic understanding of talents that now you have. And on the right side, you have the Magician card, which plays off that incredibly well. Is that you have now the talents and the tools, and with the new beginnings, and even the Three of Wands card, the ambition to do new things in your life and change your life. As I always say, the fool is in command of his life, but the magician is in control of his life. And just as you had the Queen of Swords, which personifies you, it's saying that you understand now that you can be in control and you are taking control. Now the messages of the angel card. Vanessa, you see her name underneath the Hanged Man in the center of the reading. She says to make your decisions, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? I think there is a divine purpose. The Hierophant, the presence of the Hierophant, is saying that. And it's also, there's a lot of cosmic energy telling you to make some good decisions and slow down and make sure you know where you're going. Make sure you know what your purpose is for where you're going. And I wish you health and happiness.